I'm trying to get a good shot of the motley here, and she's not really cooperating. Alright, I'm trying to find a good place to do this video. This is the motley, albino motley girl. She kept moving around. She just decided she didn't want to sit still, so she liked hanging on this doorknob, and I know that she couldn't really go too far, so it actually works out pretty good. The lighting is pretty good in here, so you can kind of see a little bit. She's still kind of light, but her colors are getting darker. You know, I don't expect for them to get too dark. But what I want to talk about today is basically everyone is seeing, you know, a lot of animals available online or at the trade shows, the reptile shows. So this is the time of the year where breeders are hatching out a lot of their clutches, and there's a lot for sale. So I don't want to put a how-to video out there, but just like something to keep you thinking, keep you aware. Make sure you asking the right questions. But there's two great ways to buy your new snake or animal. Of course, you know, first is buying online. The second is buying a reptile show, buying at a reptile show or a local breeder. I'm not going to talk about pet stores or anything like that, because you know, you do your research and go to a good place that are very knowledgeable. I'm just talking about reptile shows and buying online. And so the first thing you want to do is you want to do your research on the breeder. Just asking around. You'll be surprised, you know, all the information you can get on breeders just by having conversations around the online with as far as YouTube, everyone on YouTube and other places like that. So do your research, ask around, you know, make sure the person you're getting ready to buy your animals from is reputable. When you do find something, request pictures of the parents and additional pictures of the animal, and they should be, you know, the seller should be accommodating on that. Not everyone is, or not everyone have pictures, so you leave that up to your decision. But I like to see what the parents look like. That helps you see what type of genes you're working with. I mean, so call the breeder. Once you're satisfied with the pictures, call the breeder and ask whatever questions you may have, and just see how, you know, don't hassle nobody, but just see if they are willing to work with you. I mean, that's reasonable if you're about to spend money on the animal. These animals aren't cheap. You know, I usually always have questions about it. So, and everyone I've bought an animal from has been 100% happy with answering the questions. So that, I don't think that's too much to ask for. Make sure the arrival day is either Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, and plan according to the weather. You don't want to set it up for Friday, because UPS and FedEx, those workers, they, you know, can do weird things, and the place will be shut down the whole weekend. Your animal will be locked away until Monday. You don't want to do that. So make sure you're there and at home on that arrival day. That I can't stress enough, because usually they try to get there around 10:30 in the morning, but you know, you might miss them, or whatever the case might be. You still have a good while, you know, before getting the animal in. So just do your homework. I mean, just be careful and be ready. Take the day off, like I mentioned, especially if it's UPS. I don't like UPS, so if you can, request FedEx. Now they can make mistakes too, but I have been 100% happy with FedEx. I've been 100% unhappy with UPS, you know, waiting all day for the animal, stuff like that. I'm not gonna hate on the company. It's probably just my experience, so I don't want no comments about that. If you work for UPS, I'm sorry. Alright, now second way I want to talk about is buying at a reptile show or a local breeder, because that's real popular right now, and I love going to reptile shows, and I know y'all do too. And my number one little tip is the same as when you're buying online. Do your research, and you know, go around the entire show and talk to the breeders, and they all know each other, and they're like friends. They'll recommend the other one to you, or they'll all be against one particular person because of how bad they keep their animals, and they'll let you know that too. So you can get a lot of your information from that, plus the people that walk around the show, you know. Plus you make friends that way. Handle and examine the animal. Make sure the eyes and all areas of the animal are clean and clear. That's really important. You might see like a morph that you've been looking for forever, and you might be so excited you grab it and don't want nobody else to buy it, so you hurry up and buy it without really looking at it, and be very critical. Critique it pretty good, because you know you want to buy a healthy animal. I once seen a spinner at one of the shows for $300, and I almost jumped on top of that, because as y'all know, spinners cost about $700. But the thing, it looked like it wasn't eating. It was real skinny, and I decided not to buy it. It was a female spinner for $300. Where can you find a deal like that? Something had to be wrong, and you know, you just gotta, you know, ask those questions, because it just sounds too good. If it's too good to be true, it probably is. You don't want to get an animal home and to die on you. The next reptile show is a month later, and that breeder might not even show up. So be careful. Make sure the behavior and reaction is what you expect of the animals when you handle them. Never buy animals that are off feed, like I just talked about. You definitely don't want to do that. Alright, I thought I'd switch it up right quick for the last couple points I want to say. My last couple here: make sure the behavior and reaction is what you expect. Never buy an animal that's off feed. Make sure you examine it. If it looks pretty skinny, you can see, you know, the ribs, things like that, it's probably off feed. Take your time and don't buy the first thing you see just because you think it'll sell fast. Just go around, check out everything, you know, make sure you talk to everyone and see, you know, the breeder that you want to buy. It's not about the animal, it's about the breeder, really. So just take your time and enjoy yourself. Always negotiate respectfully and keep the offers reasonable. Like, nobody wants a haggler, but at the same time, you dare to get the best price. So, you know, don't be afraid to negotiate that, and just kind of be smart about it, realistic. Don't say, hey, I give you $100. I know it costs $400, but I give you $100. No one's gonna sell something for $100. You know, let them tell you $100 if they're gonna do that, but just be smart. Never buy a reptile in cold weather, because you don't never know. Maybe it's healthy with a breeder, you know, but that one little trip home, it could get RI or get sick. So just be careful. But that's all I wanted to say. This is a cool little jungle here, salmon jungle. His eyes glow. I mean, they're pretty light compared to the rest of them. It's a cool little guy. Alright, I'm out.